Leaving Los Angeles for a second time brings a strange mix of emotions. My return there wasn't long, but growing up in that city shaped so much of who I am. Still, it somehow never felt like home. Not in the way a place does when you see your future in it. I have family there and close-knit childhood friends, so saying goodbye isn't easy either. But I've come to realize that staying would mean holding myself back. And right now, I need to move forward. And right now, you may be wondering where I am. I'm in the walk-in closet of the Airbnb that I'm staying at because I realized this is a bit of an older house and you can like literally hear everything that is going on. So I thought this like walk-in closet space was a little bit more quiet and removed and secure, and hopefully it doesn't bother my roommates. It's actually my second day in Seattle, but my first full day. I arrived here yesterday afternoon and I was really excited because I had my very first apartment tour booked for yesterday, and unfortunately they completely ghosted me. The property manager was a no-show, so let the real search begin today. So today is full of apartment viewings. I have 4 of them all throughout the day, and I'm super excited to start this search because it's also been a great source of anxiety for me lately. I hate not having a home secured because I feel like once the home is secured, then it really solidifies the fact that I really truly have moved here and I am here to stay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the apartments are like in Seattle, how they're different from what I'm used to in New York, and hopefully I can sign a place soon enough. I started reaching out to apartments about a week and a half ago, and in that time 3 or 4 of the apartments that I was looking at that I really liked have been completely just taken off the market already. So I'm being super prepared right now, and I'm bringing my laptop and everything to these viewings so that if I do like a place, I can just apply for it like right away. Apartment number 2 was in a different neighborhood. I liked that it was a shiny new build, but that also meant the interior looked very millennial gray and generic. This bathroom felt kind of weird since the sink was located in a different room. I liked that it came with a Murphy bed, although I didn't love all of the built-in storage. It just looked bulky and like it was taking up a lot of space. Also saw another unit in the same building, but I hated this one since I thought it would feel like sleeping in the kitchen. For the next apartment, I loved how much more natural light it got. This one had a Murphy bed as well, but in a much preferred white color. I also liked how the sleeping area felt more sectioned off in a corner away from the kitchen. I think I'm ready to call this series Closet Confessionals. What do you think? New day, new apartment tours is the theme of this week. 3 out of the 4 apartments that I had scheduled tours for yesterday, I ended up canceling the fourth one because I was just so exhausted by that point. And to be honest, I actually really liked apartments number 2 and 3, and I ended up applying for number 3. I don't want to jinx it by talking about it so much, but I think it's also a sign that I'm really excited and hopeful that it's going to work out. So I'm currently waiting to hear back about the application results, but in the meantime, I also kind of really like the apartments that are on today's schedule, so I thought it couldn't hurt to see them as well. I'm really hopeful that apartment number 3 gets approved, but if not, if I happen to really like one of the apartments that I see today, I will also be applying for it just in case, or just as a backup. I'm currently trying to vlog in public and it's pretty awkward. I'm at the Climate Pledge Arena right now. I'm just trying to kill some time and walk around before the first apartment viewing. I'm not sure how I feel about living this close to the Climate Pledge Arena, to be honest. Don't know how I feel about the surrounding areas and what it would be like once there's like an event or something. I did just walk by the location of the first one. I'm not sure how I feel about the street it's on, but it seems like a nice building. The photos look nice, so we'll just see how the tour goes. So let's walk around and explore the area a little bit. It's actually really close to the Space Needle, so maybe, just maybe, one of the units might have a view of it. Apartment number 4 was nice and modern. I loved all of the new fixtures and appliances and appreciated that there was even an in-unit washer and dryer. However, the layout again makes me feel like I'm sleeping in the kitchen, and I wish it had more windows, although there was plenty of light coming in. I was also shown a higher unit that had a much nicer view and huge windows. This specific unit also came with a Murphy bed and additional storage like the units yesterday. I definitely like this unit more, but it was also at the top of my budget and the most expensive unit I'd seen so far. Then the agent took me to the rooftop of the building, and this view was stunning. I think what I love the most about this neighborhood is the amazing view of the water and even the mountains on a clear day. Feeling if I do live around this area, I will be constantly finding new little spots, but this is like really cute. Look at all the little plants and trees and hedges. So I'm here just having a snack and killing time before my next appointment showing. Apartment number 5 was a basement unit, however, it was also the largest of all the places I had seen so far. I loved the modern appliances in the kitchen and appreciated that there was even a dishwasher. Windows were a good size for a basement, however, it just looked so dirty. And is that a rat box outside? Very pleasantly surprised by the larger size of the bathroom as well, and this one happened to have a bathtub. I saw 2 more units in the late afternoon. The first one was also nice and modern. I liked how the kitchen space was its own separate corner area. The bathroom was small, but it was nice that there was built-in storage in even the tiniest of spaces. I also thought this brown countertop and shiny mint green tiles was an odd design combination. The second unit was so bright. I love that it was a corner unit with floor-to-ceiling windows. The kitchen did seem a bit smaller than the previous one, though. And unfortunately, the windows also overlooked the garbage area. And being on the second floor, I'm not sure if I'd open my windows in that case. It's kind of an interesting situation right now with how the apartment search is going. From yesterday, I am still waiting back on the first apartment that I applied for. They got back to me yesterday, and it seems they were a little bit iffy about my self-employment status, which I was kind of hoping wouldn't be a thing, but it was also one of the factors that made me the most anxious about this whole apartment hunt journey. This is like my first time apartment hunting ever since I became self-employed, so I wasn't really sure how the process was going to go about in terms of proving my income and ability to pay and things like that. So I asked the first apartment if I could just submit extra security deposit to compensate for my self-employment and unstable income, and they said that they would talk to the property manager and get back to me. The apartments I ended up seeing yesterday were good, but not great. There was one unit that I did kind of like, however, the one con of it, and the biggest con definitely, was that it was in a basement. It was a basement unit that, while it did have windows, there was absolutely no light coming in. But given what I had just heard from the first apartment that day, I decided yesterday that I would go ahead and apply for that basement unit as like a backup option. And they were really quick with the whole reviewing process, and they actually got back to me last night, and I got approved for the place. I have not yet moved forward with signing the lease because I'm still waiting on that first apartment to get back to me. I do definitely like that first apartment better, so I'm kind of hoping it works out. But at this point, I kind of feel like it's a 50-50 toss as to whether they're gonna approve me as a tenant, and hopefully I can hear back by today at the latest, maybe tomorrow. I do have that 48-hour period from the basement apartment to sign the lease before my approval gets like forfeited according to Seattle rental law. Also today I have 2 more apartment tours scheduled, so I thought I would just go to them anyways, even though I've already applied for 2, just to see how they are. Hi, and welcome back to a new edition of Closet Confessionals. It's actually been a few days since the last time we connected. It is now Monday again, so this officially marks 1 whole week in Seattle. And the most exciting part about today is I'm actually leaving soon to pick up the keys for my apartment. Any guesses as to which one I ended up going with? I kind of still can't believe it that this is my place. She's definitely small, but she is mighty, hopefully. I'm excited to make this small space work for all of my live, work, studio needs, and I'm excited to share the journey with you as well.